Yo, what's going on everyone? It's your boy N and we are back for another video. Today I'm gonna do my best to break down and give a full showcase explanation of how to build a final four. I will start from the first Shinobi, go to the third, second and fourth, add in alternatives. If I take out the Shinobi, I'm gonna lack this. If I add in the Shinobi, I need that. So yeah, there's a lot of variables, but I'm gonna do my best to explain it and hopefully you guys leave this video with a better understanding. Okay, so we are starting with the first Shinobi that is essential and one that you should have in your final four. You have to pick between three options, one being Gaara V1 Oni EX, Run 5-star Alt Oni, or Boruto Oni Heal. And each of them provide a similar role. Some have weaknesses, some have strengths, some are worse, some are better for different reasons. We're gonna break them down individually and starting with Run. So what can we deduce from this? So in my opinion, Run counters a gate crash better, Boruto Oni Heal counters precast better, and Gaara V1 is both Run and Boruto. So for me, I would rank them uh, Gaara V1 as first, second Run, and Boruto Oni Heal third. If more people precasted the EX, I would rank Boruto second and Run third. So it just depends on what you want to counter. I hope that at least gives you a better idea on the first Shinobi that you should have. So for my final room, I'm picking Gaara V1. As for my second Shinobi, I'll be picking Naruto Final Valley. If you don't have him, I will talk about it later in the video, who you can replace him with. But for the sake of the video, as many people are using him and have him, we are picking Naruto Final Valley. So the best way to use him in terms of Final 4 usage is just using a double limit break. And the reason for this is if you put in his 4-star jutsu, he won't always insta-cast his new limit break. My strategy for defense is kill or be killed right now. It's very hard to dodge the EX ultimate. If you can, that's great. In order to prioritize kill or be killed, we need to enhance stripping abilities. His limit breaks range is great. At +3, it strips 7 seconds, +2, 5, +3, 3 seconds. And again, with a double limit break, you will insta-cast this move first, always. So if an enemy gate crashes or uses an EX ultimate to enter or incorrect speed glitch, my Naruto Final Valley has a higher probability of stripping the enemy first and with support ultimately killing them faster, right? With a double limit break, which I will show you guys now. So overall, in my opinion, a Naruto Final Valley is essential for Final 4 with a double limit break. But again, if you don't have him, that's okay. We'll talk about it later on in the video, who you can replace him with or try to counter similar things as Naruto Final Valley would. So for the third and fourth Shinobi, we want to try and emphasize 1 to 5 major things such as a team evasion buff, invincibility strip, team invincibility, evasion strip, and CP steal. So let's start with a team evasion buff. Now I know not many Shinobi can do this or apply this buff, but I still think having a team evasion buff is essential, as Naruto Final Valley won't have evasion, Gaara won't have evasion, depending on who you use as a third and fourth, they might not have evasion. And if we're talking about every second matters, let's say an enemy or their support unit uses a jutsu that can't strip evasion. And let's say because your final four has evasion or one shinobi, and let's say the enemy uses a jutsu, and thanks to your evasion, your support unit can dodge it and in that split second be allowed to use jutsu. That one jutsu could ultimately support the team or strip the enemy and help you win, right? So if we trying to cover all bases, I would say that all the buffs matter, right? And as I said, we are looking for a team evasion buff, but then if we can also make sure that that team buff for evasion is on a limit break, for the jutsu order we can make that first and also increase stripping abilities. So for my third shinobi, I will be adding Shishui, and once I get the fourth shinobi, we'll switch in alternatives, okay? So depending on who you pick for the fourth shinobi, we can then add extra team invincibility, extra evasion strip, extra invincibility strip, but that's naturally on the limit break. But what we have to have or have to include is extra CP steal, right? So for a quick showcase, I'm going to just show you guys me picking Itachi for the 4th Shinobi role and how that contributes to extra evasion strip, extra invincibility strip, and overall CP drainage. Okay, so please pay attention because there's a lot of variables to go over. if we assume that we are using Naruto Final Valley, he will strip evasion, he will provide team buffs, team invincibility, strip invincibility. So for Anbu Itachi's place with Naruto Final Valley, we can add anyone who either is going to provide more damage, extra evasion strip, extra CP drainage, someone who's bowled fairly well, who has a high level break, so like plus 1, 2, or 3, with the help of Naruto Final Valley. But let's start off with who you can replace for Anbitachi in terms of evasion strip. So who can cover evasion strip if that's what you want for Itachi Anbu's role? We have Sasuke Final Valley, he's a limit break, stat negation, increased accuracy. We have a Minato V1. We have Kid Kakashi with his new limit break or his new 4-star. I can't remember 100% between the two. I think his limit break, his 4-star strips resistance. We have a Naruto N20th. He's a bit outdated. Or you could use his follow-up. We have Madara Uchiha. He's 4-star and limit break, I believe, strip evasion. Then we have our normal Anbu Itachi, stat negation, increased accuracy. So those are the evasion strip options. So who can I replace Shisui Uchiha with? So a few reasons as to why I love him. He's a limit break, which is a fire tornado, has a longer animation. So once it's active, it helps keep the enemy down and creates a continuous damaging area. His limit break, which is the fire tornado, has great buffs like team invincibility. It's his limit break, so it also strips and has CP drainage among other effects, right? The best person to provide continuous damaging area like Shishui's Fire Tornado is Sasuke Kid's new limit break. And because this limit break also strips evasion with stat negation increased accuracy, this now means I don't need Anbu Itachi as much. And now to fill in what I lack because I don't have Shishuin, which is team evasion, more invincibility or status immunity, I can then take Anbu Itachi out and maybe add Narukage, a Minato V1. They both have team invincibility. A Narukage has 3 team invincibility. They both strip CP. They both strip invincibility. They strip evasion. So there's a whole bunch of different ways I can go about doing this. If I take someone out or if I don't have someone, I can add someone in. Depending on what they do can affect my whole final 4 arrangement. And again, it's going to come down to how I have them built. It can also come down to what level limit break I have them and how they can support a role or a strategy or idea that I want them to support or cover. So who can I replace a Naruto Final Valley with? So as you can see, I put Itachi Anbu back in. And the reason for this is if I take Naruto Final Valley out, I'm not going to have any evasion strip. So I need to have someone in that has evasion strip. If not that, someone who has Naruto N20's follow up at least. If I lack someone, I need to try my best to make up for what I don't have. And then if I put in someone like Minato in place of Naruto Final Valley, he provides 2 team invincibility moves, which is fairly long, 3 to 4 seconds. And if I put his limit break first, he will also instacast that first, stripping the enemies faster. I'm just putting his 4-star first because I don't have him at +1, but just as an example, right? And then let's say I don't have KLM or Naruto's new Rikit, I can sub in a Narukage for him because he also has 3 team invincibility moves. He's still CP. If I bolt him right, he can deal a huge amount of damage. He strips invincibility. I can choose to keep KLM and Naruto for extra invincibility, resistance strip, or take him out and add Sasuke Kid for like an extra damaging area. Combine that with Shishui's damage area as well. The amount of combos and Shinobi I can use is endless. Ultimately, what it will come down to is picking a final four, not summoning every single month, picking a good final four, investing in those characters, bold a limit break plus 1, 2, and 3, bold them with good stats, bold them with appropriate resistances over time, and then you'll draw out their max potential and stick to that. So I'm really tired of talking. But yeah, I hope this was informative. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching and peace out.